Hello everyone, welcome back to Brick Builds. Today we will be building and reviewing the LEGO Ninjago Tournament Battle Arena set. It will be retailing for $49.99 in the US and will come out in North America on August 1st. This is from the new wave of Ninjago sets from the second part of the second season of Dragons Rising. So let's take a closer look at the box to start. Looking at the box, the first thing I notice is the new Ninjago banner across the top. This time it shows in the top right hand corner, it shows Lloyd with the Source Dragon of Motion instead of last time where it was a different ninja with Dragon Master Eagle. Also looking at the stats, we see it's for ages 7 and up and the set number is 71818. On my box, there's no piece count. As you guys can see right here, there's no piece count, because of the fact that I bought it in Japan at the Legoland there. So over there they have different requirements and all, and they just don't need to add the piece count. But looking online, this set has 659 pieces. Down here in the bottom right, we see it's 6 minifigures. We have Kai, Sora, Cinder, the Wolf Mask Warrior, Evil J, and Tox. And just off the bat, looking at the art here, Evil J looks really cool. Just the whole color scheme with dark blue, as well as Kai's new suit. I think Kai's probably going to be back, and we can see like Cinder in the middle of a smoke. And also the whole background really just shows a more temple type of scene. Like we can see the grounds, the grass behind some like small posts and this like dome here. Gives me a whole Tournament of the Elements type of vibe, which makes sense. It's the Tournament of Sources, so it does look pretty cool. Alright, so now looking at the side of the box, this side actually just shows nothing here, except for a part of the dragon and the Lego with the number. But on this side over here, we do see Sora, and this just alternates, I think, with most of the ninja. Sometimes it's Ninja, and sometimes it could even be Lord Raz. At the top here, we just see all of the minifigures in the 1-to-1 scale. And at the back of the box, we just see, of course, the main build with all of them fighting. The open, so that these aren't taped, they're going to be like thumb opened. And then a few features. We do see that this, if Kai pulls in, Jay's on. Jay would fall. This looks really cool. I like this. Like first this happens, then this happens, then this happens. Tells like really cool of a story. And then over here it does show that if we move these, that they would be spinning, meaning it could be that they're like on wobbly sticks and all, or wobbly plates, which also looks pretty cool. Looking at the instructions now, it's clear and simple. We just see the main build right here, the back outlining it, what we're actually getting. And now this set has a total of about 6 packets. This is packet number 4 where we get Evil J. So it has a total of 6 packets ending on page 209, and it has 143 pages. Now the back bit of it shows our 6 amazing sets. It shows the car, the dragon, the smaller car, this set right here, the Tournament Battle Arena, and of course Cole's mech, as well as the huge temple. Now at the very end it just shows the pieces, but this right here is really important. This shows the Lloyd from the Tournament of Sources. Now it might look normal, you might be thinking that this might happen for all of them, but for everyone before this, till the movie season, when the movie came out right after season 7, it was the movie Lloyd. So this is kind of an end of an era, which is used to always have the movie Lloyd in the back. Now they've switched it, just proving that they've gone forward after that. And all of this over here, this is just because I bought it in Japan. Otherwise you won't get this on your normal instructions. Okay, so now looking at the main build right here, first thing that really pops out is this really cool making, basically a statue of like, it could be the first Spinjitzu Master or Wu, but it's most likely the first Spinjitzu Master by looking at it, because this is, by what I think it is, the tournament is like of sources or source dragons. They've only connected to the first Spinjitzu Master and now Lloyd. So I do not think this looks like Lloyd, so it must be the first Spinjitzu Master. Then there's some really cool flags over here. Not really sure what this symbol is. It might be the Tournament of Sources. But there's really cool dragons, maybe symbolizing Ryu or other source dragons. This really cool bell right here actually comes off and everything. It might even be a gong, and then you have these two I guess, mallets. This is the same thing we kind of saw in season 4 when we had, his name was Zugo. He was one of the heads of the Chen's people who were like worshippers, and he'd hit this whenever a battle started. Just like that, we have this here. We have 2 spinners here. They move, which is pretty cool. You can put people on it and basically move them around. I'm not sure if these were supposed to be connected, but looking at the instructions, they're not. So they're 2 separate ones, and sadly they don't stand up, but it's okay. And over here we have a tree, I guess symbolizing it might also be a little outdoor. And then we have 3 weapons, a spear, basically kind of a sword, and then I guess that's also like kind of a pitchfork, I guess. I don't really know what that is, but I've seen it before. Then we have the main steps going up to the statue. The statue looks pretty important. They definitely have a theme here with the red and the gold. So Master Chen had the kind of around the same theme, but his theme was a little red, black, and white, I guess. He had like the red pillars, the black and white, as we just saw with the legacy version of a Tournament of Elements set. But this Tournament of Sources definitely has some resemblance to that. We also see this cool thing here in the corner. Also don't know what that symbol looks like, but it does look like the same symbol we're seeing everywhere, so it must be a symbol for the Tournament of Sources. Over here we see, again, some more basically weeds and other tree life growing around here. And then for this, there is a cool piston right here, which pushes the gong to make it fall. So that right there is probably for when a ninja's coming up, they can throw the gong at somebody, which does look pretty cool. And then back here you see this, and this actually, when you push this back, something happens to the front, which I'll show you. So going back to the front, so these steps actually fall. As we saw with the box, it's the exact same thing that happens right here. These steps would just fall, and now they're back. It is pretty cool how that works. I really like it. This whole theme is really also a dark bluish, which also looks really cool. So overall, on like aesthetic, this looks really cool. Playability, we definitely have it here with all these movable pieces, like how we saw on the box, Jay can fall and Kai can pull it out, which also looks pretty cool. This statue is also really cool. But again, for the pricing of $50, it is really playable, which I really like. It does come with 6 minifigures, a swords rack for them, a bell, so I really like it. Also with all the gold, it's just really fine, and I just really like it, as I've said a few times now. Something also cool is there's more symbols over here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see those. Let me pull this out maybe. Oh, it's not pulling out. Okay. Anyway, we'll do it on this side. There's all these symbols, which also, since I haven't watched the show, I really don't know what they mean. But I would love to figure it out because they do seem pretty important. Alright, so that's going to be the review of the main build. Now we're going to move on to the minifigures. Alright, so the first minifigure we're going to be talking about here is Kai. This looks like a tournament type Kai, and the first thing I'm noticing off the bat is his weapons. Right here is this like a dual wielding katana type thing where he has swords on both sides, but this one's smaller than this one, which looks really cool. And the dark maroon also looks really amazing. Taking that away, we see him with the smaller blade right here, which also looks really cool that they finally decided to do this. So he has a bigger one and a small one. And fun fact, Kai is ambidextrous. That makes sense why he can use 2 swords then. But just looking now at this minifigure, the first thing I see is he has like the tied G over here, and he doesn't have any sleeved vests basically, so he looks like the same type of Kai that we would get in season 4 for Tournament of the Elements. I really like that they're making this similarity because this is called Tournament of Sources, and there's a huge similarity. Even when I was looking at the main build, I could think of this as a Tournament of Elements thing with that basically like a gong over there and the statue, the ninja fighting each other, elemental masters and everything. It gives a lot of similarities. So I really like the dragon scales that they still have here on their suits. Then they have this suit, he has he has the left for us is going on top of the right, which I guess that symbolizes something for ninja as well. And then over here he has a cool like patch which goes down to here with a dragon with like a few Ninjago words inside. I'm not sure what that says. That might say Kai actually. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what those 3 letters mean. And then also a lot of detailing right here on the feet. They look really cool with the dark maroons, kind of just outlining the whole ninja G with this. And then they also have this symbol right here on the front. He also has the headband on his hair, which is almost like the same thing they did there, and the small mask that they put up, which also looks really cool. Okay, so I just took off this thing right here, and something I noticed with it is the difference that they have now. They have this really cool like shoulder pallet down, which usually they just had a normal one, but this one is really distinct. It shows like a little armor up, which I think looks really cool. This is a unique piece, I think, for this set, or this wave at least, if not Dragon's Rising in general. He has that with a sword, and now looking at the back of it, he has his Source Dragon on the back. Actually, that might be the Source Dragon of... I'm not sure, but it does look really cool with that Navy motion. He has the same symbol there with the entire Source Dragon in dark maroon with the red shelled G suit, which also looks really cool on him. I just really like the dark maroon gold stuff. So whatever they're going with here, it looks really amazing. And I for sure give this minifigure a great rating. It looks really fun and really playable. Okay, so next up that we're reviewing is Sora, and this minifigure also looks like a little different than the last time I saw her. She has this cool ninja mask up, which I don't think we saw in the last one for Wolf Mask Warriors. Of course, the same cat type piece with this thing. They won't make new pieces so often, so I'm probably gonna see this same piece again, which looks really cool. You have the same printing on the arm. I think that is the same. And then right here in the middle, I am seeing something new, which is this symbol right down there. I saw that on the back as well. It does look really cool, the white with like this cool type of sand bluish with also this like dark tan, I guess. It just looks really cool on the minifigure, especially with the dark blue up here and the pinkish hair. It just looks pinkish orange hair. It looks really cool. Now I'm gonna take off, she just has a regular katana right here. Taking this off on the back, she has this kind of different head, like she might be she might have become a conduct for Source Dragon energy, or she's using her powers. But she does have orange-ish eyes, which looks kind of weird because every time I've seen her in the show, she does have like pinkish eyes when she's using her powers. So I don't know if that's something that new that happens, like a Source Dragon comes in, or a normal dragon, or a matriarch like we saw with Lloyd earlier in Dragon's Rising, and it changes her eyes when she's doing it. I'm not really sure, but overall this minifigure does look great. We also see some cool leg printing, and how the top follows down to the bottom also looks really cool on this minifigure. Okay, so moving on to Cinder. Now, Cinder looks really different from his previous one. This blade, first of all, is the first thing that catches my eye, and it looks really cool, actually, like with the red in the back with the dark gray and like the cool piece right here. I don't know why. It just looks really cool for Cinder to have. And then, of course, Cinder's hair and head are the same. This one does look, I think it looks the exact same, actually. With the smoke, this is him in his smoking form. Normal form, and then he has this another cool chest plate that they've made here, or armor piece. They have this really cool, I don't know, like dragon scale type on this side, and then a few claws on this side, which looks really cool. Now this entire body and leg printing, or body printing at least, is really cool and different. So first of all, we see some crazy dark orange and dark tan with like light gray and dark gray. So it looks really weird at first, but then when you hear he's the elemental master of smoke, it makes so much sense. You know, wearing a lot of darker stuff, smoke is usually, you know, dark gray or light gray and all that, and it just looks weird, and all this designs here, so it just makes him look like he'll look weird at first, but when you realize he's the elemental master of not smoke, smoke, then it makes sense with all this thing. It literally shows smoke. And something else we see here is the same blood moon dragon thing on his belt, I guess, which does look really cool. Belt goes up the road, yeah, and we see the blood moon for the dragon still on the back, which looks really cool now with red and dark gray. Now looking at his legs, he has like the same thing that Nauticon the Djinn used in 2016 in his Misfortunes Keep set, and Asphira in 2021, I think, for 2011, but it does look really cool on him because he is an elemental master of smoke, so he needs to be swift, and it literally looks like he's turning into smoke as he's doing it, which does look really cool. So overall, this minifigure does look amazing, and definitely really happy that in a $50 Lego set that we get this minifigure. He looks absolutely amazing. Alright, so the fourth minifigure here is none other than one of our greatest Wolf Mask Warriors. Same with the purple, red, and basically that's their new color scheme instead of the dark blue and light blue, which did look pretty cool. But this purple and red really gives a vibe of, you know, what was it, shattering goodness, you know what I mean? Like, he literally looks really evil in this, and this is just a normal crony, and he still looks really evil. So these things on his side, these are completely new, really cool pieces on the back actually. But the only thing I do dislike about this minifigure is this hat part, the back of it right here. I don't like the red there. If they would have kept it purple, it would have looked really, not even purple, maybe just a different color, you know? Red is just too, you know, vibrant for this back part. Purple would have been better, but red definitely on the front looks amazing. Now these two pieces here, these two red pieces, they look like he's performing maybe shatter spin or something. That's probably a prediction I'm having, is all these warriors can do shatter spin. It would be pretty unlikely and look pretty crazy that all the cronies are doing one of the best moves, which is shatter spin, but I don't really find any other way that they can have these big things coming off of them, like literal claws, other than shatter spin. Then they have their normal claws here, and of course, on one of my other reviews of the poly bag for this set with Cole and this man, of course, I did a huge in-depth review with this, which you can check out on that. Link will be in the description. But right now, I'm just going to keep it simple. Looking at it, he does look really cool with the purple, red contrast, the light gray and dark gray. And also this, he has so much printing. Even on his feet, he has printing literally showing like claws. It does look pretty cool. And then, wow, he just completely took out the wall. That is really funny. All right, anyway, as you can see, his true power right there. But he just does look like a really cool minifigure. And sadly, in total, if you want an army build with this minifigure, you're going to have to buy the poly bag because only 1 or 2 of them come in total in every set. So a max you can get is like 5 or 6 of them in total if you buy all the sets, which is going to cost a lot and not good for army building. It'll be like, what, $500 for just 6 of these minifigures if you're just going for the minifigures and you're buying the whole set. So I'd recommend the $5 poly bag because they're the easiest way to get these minifigures. But if you do want stuff like this, you're going to have to get this type of $50 set for this. But anyway, this minifigure does look pretty cool. Always good to see a wolf mask warrior in these sets. Alright, the second last minifigure we're reviewing here is Tox. And finally, they made a Tox. It has been so long. Since the Tournament of the Elements, we have only got like, in the tournaments we had those 3, Skylar, Griffin Turner, and Karloff. After that, they started making slowly more, and finally, when the Tournament of Sources comes, they finally made the last minifigure from those original Tournament of Elements, which is Tox. Now, Tox does look kind of weird in this one. She has like a mohawk. I guess it'll be her new look in the season instead of a ponytail like last time. I think she might be one of the evil people in this one because just looking at her face, you know, she looks kind of scary. Has this arrow blade, really cool custom colored arrow blade, this purple with green. I think it looks really cool for the character. She even has the Tox symbol in her undershirt over her jacket, which like poison symbol. It looks pretty cool with the green jacket and the gray. The entire minifigure just literally screams like chemical or toxin. Even with here the X's on the face, it looks like somebody, I don't know, it just looks really like a good minifigure. So it took them a while, but they finally made a really good elemental master of poison. So I guess in this new series we're gonna have other elemental masters such as Cinder, Tox. I think there's also gonna be Pale Man probably here. And finally we're getting an updated version of Pale Man in the bigger set. But just like that, we finally got a Tox now in the Tournament of Sources, which is pretty cool. It is sad that we didn't get an original Tox like that, but I guess this new look with the mohawk does make her look a little bit more evil, so hope in the show she looks just like that. Okay, last, definitely not least, and definitely my favorite minifigure out of these 6, we have Evil Jay. And this man, he just literally screams and looks so scary. I don't know why. They did him so well. I haven't even seen his performance in the show, but he just looks absolutely amazing. So starting up with his weapon, he does have one of these, basically kind of like lightning nunchucks actually, with the dragon thing in black this time instead of gold, showing he's a corrupted ninja. Now, of course, the weapon's great, but we're actually here for the actual minifigure. So to start up, the face. He has the normal, this time he has an angry Jay face and a happy one, and a happy one with him fighting. So starting with a cowl or mask right here, he has the black on dark blue, which just looks really like a corrupted or a scary ninja. And it looks amazing with this right here. Right over here, we do see some eyes right here you see with this. It does look like a tiger or a wolf. In light blue under it, we do see some yellow and then some dark blue on the sides, some light blue right here on like his close to his knees, and then he does have more of that up here. So he just looks like a really great ninja. It doesn't resemble Jay, like the light blue, happy, joking ninja. It literally represents a completely corrupted ninja, ready for shatter spin and who can take down all the ninja. He just looks absolutely amazing, and the fact that we're getting him in a $50 set compared to the $250 set is absolutely amazing. They're literally allowing for everybody else, people who can't or don't really want to buy the huge set for this minifigure, to get it in a smaller minifigure or a smaller set. Now, again right here, the type of armor he wears is literally the exact same as Kai's over here, again, but it's black, showing it's corrupted and everything. Now, taking his head off, and this, we see the back, and the back right here also shows the wolf mask thing. This is why I definitely think he's corrupted. Other than it's saying Evil J, this is a dead giveaway that Lord Roz or anybody else, maybe even not one of the people, I think his name is Not. Yeah, he's one of the Forbidden Five who escaped. He must have trained Jay or something, because just looking at this, it is just looks amazing. Same with the yellow, I don't know why. It just one of the best minifigures they've made for this series right here is Jay. Now, all this I've been saying about, not training Jay or the Forbidden Five and all this is all my personal opinion. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I just hope something like this happens because, of course, he's evil, and I hope they explain how he became so evil and everything, because he looks amazing as this, and I don't know, just the minifigure itself is like a 10 out of 10 minifigure for me. I don't know how. He just looks amazing. There's literally no other words for it. So, the big question, would I recommend this set? Well, yes, definitely. For $50, you get a really cool looking battle arena, which, by the way, can connect to the other temple set and the polybag set, and as many polybag sets as you want, so you could just keep connecting all of them. It also has 6 amazingly designed minifigures, 3 of which are exclusive to the set, and a ton of never-before-seen weapons, such as the new short katana for Kai and the Cinder sword. It also is very playable and has enough Legos to literally make anybody happy. If you want to buy this set, it will be released in 8 days on August 1st here in North America, so you can go to your local Lego store to pick it up. Well, let me know what you think about this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.